What's good? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. As always, it's your boy Fight Night Frankie. Hope you're having a good one. How you doing, Tyler? What's good, man? Yeah, no card last weekend, but there's a lot going on. We've had some fight announcements or some somewhat leaked fight announcements. I'm looking forward to getting into that, especially as I get to give it to Argenti again. I just cannot stop taking W's against this guy. How you doing, Pip? What's good, man? Hope you're in a festive mood this afternoon. Don't know why I said festive. I hope you're in a chilled mood this afternoon. Put it that way. How you doing, bro? For some reason, whenever you're on here, you're always riding a bicycle or doing something strange. But how are you? I just lost $100 on soccer. Champions League, I'm assuming. Having a bad day. I think I'm bipolar. We're all shocked. I'm assuming you were betting on Champions League. Yeah, that's Champions League's a tough one to navigate, mate. Tough one to navigate. I'm assuming that's what it is. How you doing, though, guys? Let me just check the scores because I can. After I saw Newcastle, oh, Arsenal's. I need Arsenal to lose. I hate them. How you doing, Tinos? What's good, man? Unfortunately, this isn't going to be a very long one tonight. I'm gonna, well, it's been a couple of weeks at least, which in our neck of the woods is a very, very long time. I'm just trying to check the champion. Oh, Bodo Glimt are giving it to Inter. Lovely. No, Newcastle won 6-1, mate, in the Champions League. I mean, we were playing Farmers, but they all count. 5-0 up at half time. Yeah, nobody hits the like button anymore. It's like I've got to go like button begging almost. How you doing, Higher Observer? What's good, man? All right, I'm settled now. I should have got stuff prepared before I came on, but I'm not very organized at the best of times, unless it suits me. But how are we doing, guys? Since I didn't hear any shouting in the household, I assume Newcastle lost. Now we absolutely destroyed, mate. Easy 5-0 win. Easy 5-0. Sorry, 6-1 win. 5 goal. Pereira sleeps gone. I'm still wrapping my head around this one. I mean, I called it. I predicted it. How many times on live streams have we done like panels and whatnot? And I've said Pereira's going up to heavyweight. Nobody wanted to listen to me, or some of the chat did, but nobody on the panel wanted to listen to me, apart from Brutally. Shout out to him. But everyone else was like, nah, you're an idiot. He's not going anywhere, blah, blah, blah. What do you think about Strickland Fluffy, mate? I'm still 50-50. Might be slightly leaning Fluffy. Wouldn't bet on it, though. That's as 50-50 a fight as it gets. Or either going to get like a T-pin jabbing masterclass from Strickland, or he's going to be in for a rough night where he gets wet blanketed for a lot of the fight. And I, for one, cannot decide which. But I've been backing Fluffy since the beginning of his career. I'm a massive Fluffy fan, so I'm picking Fluffy Hernandez to get it done. Not that it will matter, because Hamzat Chimaev is not going to fight anyone this century. So, wait, but no, apparently it's for the interim title. So they're making it an interim belt. Strickland versus Fluffy goes the distance. That's virtually a guarantee. I mean, who's getting knocked out or finished in that fight? Strickland's not getting choked out. He's not getting knocked out by Fluffy. He's not getting finished with strikes or like it going the distance is pretty much as bankable as it gets, and it just depends on how the certain rounds go, I guess. But I think it's going to be very, very close. Rousey return is pants on head retarded. It definitely is. Nor do I give a damn. Try not to swear when you get at least 10 minutes in. Just how good was 2020 Holland? I mean, I don't remember specific dates like that, but I guess very good, man. The way that you're hyping it like that. It's a pepper plant root from the Pacific Islands. Yeah, you're still. I don't get what your sudden fascination is with trying mind-bending drugs, but I guess it can't do you any harm. Garn will try to take Powhatan down. Watch. Yes, he will, and he will fail. Because Alex Pereira's actually got half decent takedown defense. Fluffy gets hit a lot. I see Strickland stuffing a majority of takedowns and breaking Fluffy's nose with jabs. That's a very decent shout. I'm more picking Fluffy just because I feel like I have to. I've backed him this entire time. So I feel like I've got no choice to go with him. No, Holland did have a good stretch for a while there. He's just a clown who doesn't take his career seriously. Remember DDP's face after the first Strickland fight? I can see something being very reminiscent like that. Fluffy is not a very good striker on the eye, but I don't know, man. I've got to go with him. Bodak, I didn't even know Bodak was on. I might have postponed until tomorrow. Shout out to Bodak. I'm lying. I wouldn't have postponed. I'm a snake like that. But how you doing, Gaz Ninja? I ain't seen you for a while. It's all natural. I sparred last night for 3 hours with my buddy. Sparred, yeah. Them old ones. I sparred with my buddy. Naked, yeah, I'm assuming. You fruitcake. My buddy, do you know what? I've got to stop this, Pib, because to be fair, you've been very respectful in here the last few times, and the last time for like half the stream. So I've got to give you a fair shake. What's the over under in the Garn fight for eye pokes? Some based betting site has to put that on there. I train I'm gonna go with over 2.5 eye pokes. I train at multiple different gyms and gym hop. I swear, Kava is great for flow state while sparring. No, it's one of those ones where, in like the It's Always Sunny episode where they're all like off their tits and they think they're dancing really well, but really they're embarrassing themselves. That's probably what it is. 3 hours of sparring, yeah. Yeah, of course you did, mate. Fluffy reminds me of a Marab version of middleweight, as his cardio and how he keeps pressuring. Fluffy's cardio is relentless, but Strickland doesn't got bad cardio either. It's not like Strickland ever like stops either. So I'm just hoping for a war because I like both guys, but I was on the Fluffy bandwagon. I mean, like super early, back when he fought Rodolfo Vieira, and I was like, there's something about this dude I just like. The fighters really should leave the eye pokes to women's self-defense. Just saying. Another tactic that they think works here, like kick them in the balls. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Strickland's cardio is insane. I think it's going to be a great. I mean, it's the fight that needs to happen. The problem is that middleweight is dead in the water in terms of title fights. If Hamzat doesn't fight by August, they need to strip his ass, and I don't think he will. Felt like alcohol without the sickness. That does sound preferable. But I mean, I don't really get sick from drinking alcohol now either. Your boy's a pro. But then again, I don't really do it that often. So Strickland doesn't throw enough to judge his cardio. I think he gets unfairly labeled for that. Strickland is it depends on the fight. Like I think you can kind of go across various Strickland performances against different opponents, and he sometimes he's very active, sometimes he's not. I don't think he's generally somebody you can label as somebody who's a very inactive striker. Did you see the Pacquiao exhibition announced? I didn't. Who's he fighting? Strickland will avenge Drickus. He'll beat Hamzat too. He won't. Nobody's going to beat Hamzat because he's not going to fight anyone. Trust me, look into Kava. You will. I looked into it, and I say it. Said it before. I'm going to say it now. I don't care. I'm not going to take it. The winner has to wait 1 year to fight for the title. Thanks, Hamzat, which is why none of us wanted him to be champion in the first place. Telling you he coming for that Barrios rematch or Garcia. Pacquiao still got it, man. I think he won that Barrios fight. And I think the Barrios Garcia one's interesting, yeah, because Barrios should beat him because he's actually a serious professional fighter. But Ryan Garcia just sometimes turns up, I still think Fluffy would have the best chance of beating Hamzat, even though I would have Hamzat. I think the best chance for somebody beating Hamzat at middleweight is Imavov. Hamzat lost to COVID. I've been saying this. How you doing, Giuliano? What's good, man? Giuliano, do you have anything to say about the Alex Pereira going to heavyweight situation by chance? Or do you want to wait to get on a panel so I can destroy you in person? Tyson versus Mayweather is such a great fight for the fans. The anticipation will be believable. I know. I've. It's something I've wanted for my whole life. I just hope they don't clip Tyson's wings this time like they did with the Jake Paul situation, because you all know that shit was rigged. Watch Garn try and lay and pray like Khamzat. It's not going to work. Alex Pereira is not a good wrestler, but he's got decent. Takedown defense. I think Mavov's got good defensive and offensive grappling, decent enough. And I think he'll make Khamzat work and he'll tire him out. I think he's big and strong. I think he's got very good hands. I could see him being a problem. He's shown he can do 5-round fights now as well. So I think anyone that can make Khamzat fight past the first round is going to give, and I mean fight, not just give him the opportunity to just lay and pray. Who got timed out? I cussed out a Venezuelan guy today, told him not to park in my way. What? I'm waiting for your reaction, Giuliano. I was right about Alex Pereira. Pereira has lighter man skill. He's just a better general mixed martial artist as well. If this is all standing, this is it's gonna be an interesting fight. How you doing, Tiff? What's good? Fulcum. Some eye pokes here and there as well. I mean, if Garn eye pokes in this fight, he needs to be banned from the sport. How you doing, Connor Silla? What's good, man? Did he break your heart again? I was just right. Not staying, just saying hello to this stranger. Nice to see you, Tiff. Thanks for popping by. I'm autistic and I think out loud. Sorry, we're all autistic. We don't make an excuse out of it. How you doing, Cowboy? I've been seeing some of your shorts again lately, man. Sorry to hear about your cat, man. Assuming I interpreted that correctly. Just so you know, I have been watching your shorts. Garn will poke Pereira's eyes out. Imagine if it happens again. Thinking out loud is the new thing. If you ain't thinking out loud, you sus. How you doing, bro? How you doing, Fiat Sendy? What's good, man? I think I've seen you in here before. I can't wait until Max Holloway knocks out that old Oliveira. I think Oliveira's got that in the bag, mate. All right, I genuinely think he does. By the way, guys, if you have just popped in, please do like the stream. It obviously helps to get it around. No, I mean, Amavov does eye pokes too, innit? Yes, he does. Same gym, same dirty tactics. Frankie, we could get Pereira versus Tom at MSG. We very much could. I think that's the better trajectory. I think I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Pereira fucking chin Cyril Gane dirty in the first round, and then we get Tom versus Pereira in like November. That would be amazing. That would be a way of fixing this shit show of a situation. I'm currently dropping the Cosby kids off at the pool. Nice. What does that mean? I said nice there without thinking. Just saw Cowboy Cerrone in a random ass action movie called Prisoner of War. Shout out to Cowboy Cerrone, man. He's embracing that roid life. Shout out to him. Is it a film that I need to check out, or is it as horrible as I suspect it is? Frankie, do you ever get freaked out looking into the mirror, like freaked out about aging? You know, when I turned 40, I started tripping out and feeling like I was aging, but to be honest, I was just freaking out for no reason. Because your boy still looks good. I still look 12. Do you know what I mean? I definitely got Charles. His chin is sus, but let's be honest, Max was never this big KO artist. My worry is, because it's a BMF fight, is Charles Oliveira going to feel obligated to be standing the entire time? That's what makes me worry about the fight a little bit from Charles's perspective. Because we know if he does it, if we know he does a little bit of grappling or mixes things up a little bit, he should be the better all-round fighter. But if he's forced to a standing thing, Max Holloway could just piece him up all night. So I don't know, man. Cannot stand people who think out loud. Pisses me off because I'm deaf. I hate people more than anything. Any advice for living in a world where you can't stand anyone's presence? There's plenty of huts you can get in the middle of nowhere. You as whole, your channel doesn't give me the notification. I don't. Oh, you asshole. Do you know what, bro? YouTube punishes me sometimes because they just want to clip my wings. It's how it is. But I do have 30 people in here, like 29 of them I don't deserve, so I can't really complain. Means I'm taking a proper sloppy shite. Ugh, okay. All right. All right. It was a decent movie, standard Scott Adkins action movie. I mean, sometimes a little bit of slop is just what the doctor ordered. Imagine Jai Opateas fighting for the Zuffa belt and BMF belt can't make this shit up. I don't know what Jai Opateas is doing signing for these clowns. There's no one on the stable. What is he doing? I've never heard of the bum that he's fighting. Jai Opateas had genuine like title credentials in actual boxing, real boxing. I don't know what he's thinking. They must be paying him a shitload, but knowing Dana, they can't be. Max runs through Charles again, to be honest. Charles wrestling isn't nearly good enough for that matchup, and Max Holloway very rarely gets taken down. Frankie, you look so young. A man named Jeffrey is looking for you. How do you know he didn't find me? Now that Cain Velasquez is out of prison, you think he's going to come back to fight? And I heard he got out today. Yeah, apparently it was yesterday. I mean, he's still old, and he still got very badly embarrassed by Francis Ngannou in his last one. I guess he might as well. Who would you match him up with, though? Would the UFC welcome him back? I don't know. They probably would. He's got like enough friends in the game. I mean, the heavyweight division is dog shit. They might as well try and bring him back. Advice for feeling mentally. No, you're not feeling mentally retarded. You are mentally retarded. Bro, definitely off that Nikki lady. I think I've lost track. Jai Opatai has a Down syndrome. Cain is definitely going to fight someone somewhere. It's a very ominous thing to say. Been watching OG Minder. It's quality. What's OG Minder? No, Pib, as much as we like to banter with you, please don't end it. Just like the stream as well. Don't end your life and like the stream. I was about to say like the stream before you leave, but that was way too dark. Now I've said it out loud. I used to love Cain back then. I've never really been a huge Cain Velasquez fan. I felt like there was a lot of dick riding on Cain Velasquez that was a little bit overblown. It's always, oh, Cain Velasquez is amazing in the gym. Gets knocked out by Junior Dos Santos in like 60 seconds. All right, he comes back and beats him up after that. But he's had some terrible losses in his career. For some reason, a lot of people like to gargle that guy's balls, and I don't get it. The fight we've been waiting for, Dumont versus Yana Santos, is official. Amazing. Cain versus Barry in BKFC. Minder is a show from the 80s. Why haven't I heard of it? Cain versus Arlovsky in BKFC would be sick. Cain's not an amazing striker, though. Isn't he, like, mostly a wrestler? Bring him back to the UFC. The heavyweight division is dead. You could definitely sell that. How can you not like Cain Velasquez? He got out of prison to a mariachi band, from what I'm reading. And he got out Sunday, I guess. Yeah, it wasn't yesterday. I think it was Sunday. Cain versus Bill Gates at the White House. That would be justice. Bill Gates needs to die by somebody's hands. They could do like him versus Bill Gates and Bill Clinton. Handicap match. Be honest, my mate has started using hookers 1 time a week. Your mate, yeah? I'm speaking for a friend. I think you're just a sucker if you have to pay for puss, but now I also think two consenting adults, his money. When it comes to paying for hookers, yeah, I'm on a each to their own type thing. No, he has knuckles, yeah, but he's an MMA fighter. He's not known for his hands, really. Cain versus Abel, PFL, beautiful. Frankie, when you work out really hard for hours on end and only get 4 hours of sleep, next day feels like a hangover. I feel so dead right now. I'm glad that you're bettering yourself, though, man. I'm working hard. It's nice to hear, man. Speech to text screwed me on that one, but you guys get it. It wouldn't be a Fight Night Frankie stream without some non-translatable crystal messages. You know what I mean? Have you seen Walter? Do you know what? Yeah, I didn't realize that was what because I heard that he was fighting. I heard that Johnny Walker reacted to it, and I was thinking, why is this guy so angry? Yeah, the dude had no legs. So yeah, I actually saw it. I was clipping through some short clipping. I was watching through some shorts before I jumped on. And yeah, I saw him try to grab a heel hook on this guy with no legs. He is retarded. Let's just say it the way it is. It's not just that he grappled a guy with no legs. He tried to heel hook him. Retard. How can you not know Minder, bro, with Arthur Daly and Terry McCann? Someone slipped through the net. Had the iconic two, I can be. I know the song. I don't know the show. Did you see what Rampage's manager did? He knocked out that cunt into next year, and he woke up. What cunt? The one who was. Are you talking about the gym dude, Larry, whatever his name is, the overly blenched dude? Frankie, I'm working out to fix my brain, not body. Both are very, very important, Pib, and you definitely need to fix your brain. Walker is too funny. I work so hard on 14th. My right hand is still tired. Again, it wouldn't be my kind of stream without some kind of gooning joke. I'll bet anyone here Ronda versus Gina is just to promote the new Netflix movie or show starring Ronda and Gina, or Gina going to WWE, which is on Netflix, and the Paul brothers work with for WWE. I don't think that's a bad shout. I really hope Gina Carano beats the fuck out of her, but she was never really very good. Last night I was on fire sparring in shadow box for an hour straight after. Such a yogic high, felt so good. And today I feel like crap. Probably because you were high off your tits, mate. If working out too hard is making you feel like you're hungover, you need to work on them electrolytes. Try Pedialyte. That might actually fix your issue. Walker had a bet with Poatan that he couldn't heel hook him. He's retarded for making that bet. I know that Alex went, I bet you can't heel hook him. Frankie, you are the older brother I never had. Thank you. I'd rather shit in a packet of hula hoops than watch Ronda fight again. Oh, wow. What did hula hoops do to you, man? Did you have pancakes yesterday? No, I didn't. I had pancakes when I was at work last week, though. They did on the last day of work, they had like a pancake, what do they call them? Like a pancake. Oh my God, my brain's not working. Not that it ever does work. A pancake station. And it was excellent. I didn't have any pancakes yesterday. Enjoying WWE as an adult is almost admitting you're a pedophile. I don't see the difference. Gotta love that struggle, cuddling. Same with the rhythmic gymnastics. Gymnastics is definitely the breeding ground for pedos. Are the Olympics good? I haven't watched the last 3 or 4 Olympics. I couldn't give less of a fuck. And I'm certainly not watching the Winter Olympics. I mean, it could be good. I just don't know. Bro, every time I try to type my name so you know who it is, my message gets kind of... No, I know who you are, bro. Don't worry, I know who you are. I know who you are. I remember my loyal subscribers. Who said they like WWE, and what does that have to do with kids? It's a funny thing to say at the very least. I mean, I officially stopped watching WWE when I was 18, and I feel like I went 5 or 6 years too long. But mind you, I was watching it in my late, sort of my mid-teens during the Attitude Era, so I've got a good excuse. If you're watching it now, it's not, because I see there's a lot of grown UK influencers who go ape shit for that, and they make predictions and stuff, and I don't know, man. I'm not on board with the wrestling is not real, therefore you shouldn't watch it, because it is like a male version of a soap opera. But my problem is that it's corny and crap now. That's the problem. It hit its peak around about 2001 and then off a cliff. They lost all their competition and it hasn't been the same since then. The demographics are good. Fair enough, bro. It's good to have you back, guys. Ninja. You've been missed around here. No one's made any comment about my pink shirt. I'm very disappointed. I was expecting to get absolutely roasted for this. WWE is LGBTQT, and my heart hurts just saying this UFC is on the road to LGBT. Man just renamed, just omitted some of the zestiness, yeah. WWE is just cringe to watch as an adult. I mean, I'm assuming it is. Didn't Clown do WWE predictions? Exactly. Need we say anything else? Wrestling is real, it's just scripted. Define real. I mean, you have to be athletic. There's some degree of pain involved, but real is a very strange statement. I thought you were shirtless, Frankie. Then why didn't you make any comments about me being shirtless then? That's why I'm never going to go shirtless, because you just don't appreciate it. You see what I mean? No appreciation. I was going to ask if you consider that shirt pink or salmon colored. I don't like that salmon color stuff. It's pink, bro. When I tell birds I wrestle, they say like, oh, I thought wrestling is fake. Oh, yeah, women are dumb. Nice pink shirt, gay guy. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the roasting that I deserve. Thoughts on Eid? I don't really have any thoughts. Frankie, your shirt screams LGTV. I'm starting my Jordan Aristi arc. If you don't know who that guy is, look him up on YouTube. He's basically some like Latino rapper, and every time he goes live, people just spam like hairbrushes and fucking rainbows in the chat, and he gets absolutely abused from beginning to end. Build a bob, man. It's been a minute. It's pink like the flaps. I've never seen flaps this color. They might want to consult a gynecologist if it's this color. Nice to see you, Build a Bob. A nice way to enter the chat, sir. Men wear pink. Closeted men wear salmon. Thank you very much. Frankie is so pretty in pink. I appreciate it. Finally, I'm getting the roasting that I deserve. By the way, who is Bad Bunny? I heard that this person was performing at the Super Bowl. I got no idea who this cunt is. I love the word clark. By the way, shout out to you, Tinos. I can't even clark my bird during the day because of You're not allowed to smash during Ramadan. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was. I mean, I assumed you weren't allowed to scuba dive, but I didn't know you weren't allowed to. Oh! Tyson Fury is back for the 20,000th time. Build a Bob, don't exaggerate. It's the 7th time. He's only retired 6 times. It's a standard amount of retirements for a fucking mongoloid. It's pink like tequila rinse. See, the fact that I don't understand this reference just proves how absolutely heterosexual I am. Oh, Jorginho Argenti is who you're referring to. Same ballpark. Honestly, not just any cat can pull off a pink shirt. I would look like an idiot in pink. I've got one of those rare skin tones here that I swear to God I can just wear anything. James Dillon, sorry, I saw you said I'm going to touch you earlier on. How you doing, brother? Good to have you in the chat, man. Shout out to you. Thoughts on me eating this buttery, flaky, crispy, yummy, scrumptious pastry while muzzies are starving during Ramadan? Like, do you want my commentary or like just... I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. For fuck's sake, your scream is going to get clipped. I hope it does. The fact that I don't have my own clips channel is tragic. That I have to do them myself. Do you know how embarrassing that is? You should dye your... Oh, do you remember when Israel Adesanya did that? Oh man, he's such a fag. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to ignore you. I got caught up in some other gay chat and then I forgot to respond. James Dillon, how you doing, you legend? If we could please like the fucking stream, people. Tom's gonna take one punch and quit. How you doing, Jesse? What's good, man? One punch off who? Tom Aspinall's not fighting this year. I want a scrummy pastry too. Eat it with bacon, lol. Speed it with... The thing is, yeah, if you eat it with bacon, they're going to go, I don't want that anyway. And they're going to act like they're not jealous when really they are. You guys going to hell. Tinos, I didn't even know you were Muslim. And I didn't even know that Ramadan was it was the middle of Ramadan. For every like this stream gets, I'll shit an ice cream and donate it to a hungry this Ramadan. They're not hungry, bro. Or they are hungry, but they're not... Well, some of them are broke. Anyway. What do you guys think of Ian Gary versus Islam Makhachev? I've got to say, if that fight happens to get made, yeah, I think I might have to take back everything I said about, or some of the things that I said about Islam Makhachev being a massive pussy. Bro mixing up his chats from Grindr. I'm very open about my Grindr usage. Newcastle 161, I know. I was almost embarrassed. as a football fan, yeah, or as a sports fan in general, you can't win. Because like when you batter a team like that, it almost feels unexciting. Do you know what I mean? That was a dog walking. And I enjoyed it when we got up to 3-0, but then I was kind of like, I kind of just didn't care anymore. Went back to playing Schedule 1 while it was on in the background. What up, Frankie? How you doing, MMA Uncle? What's good, man? Good to have you back. I said my bird is Muslim. Definitely not me. I'm a proud Christian. Oh, wow. That must make for some interesting conversation. So, oh, I get it. You can't feed her the D. I see it. Ian Gary should pack his Ramadan up and get back in the corner. Read my message above, please, mate. I think I did build a Bob. Oh, John Fury saying he will knock Lennox out. Yeah, John Fury, yeah. I'm glad you brought this up, yeah. If you guys don't know who John Fury is, yeah. John Fury is Tyson Fury's father, yeah. And he's not just the biggest cunt in boxing. He might be the biggest cunt on planet Earth. This guy is a delusional retard. Look up John Fury and his antics. The guy is a massive bellend. They should just strip Tom and send Garn to the PFL. That would be a fair compromise. Yeah, converter, Tinos. Your mission for the next 28 days or however long it continues is to try and break her down. Walk around in like a... I don't know why I had a really weird thought there. Felt weird betting Canada men's hockey to win gold and USA women's hockey to win gold, but it's what's going to happen. You reckon? No idea, mate. Do you mean ice hockey? No idea. Lure her with yummy bacon. Fuck that. I'd rather lose money and bet on America winning gold. Cheddar, what did you lose money on? Which football games were you talking about? In fact, I'm putting $100 on America right now. Bro, Karabag were fasting because they're a Muslim club. Is that true? Is that true? That actually makes a lot of sense because they were shit. And they must have had a snack at half time because they came out and actually competed with us. Wolves drew with Arsenal! No fucking way. No fucking way. Tinos, converter with that dick, mate. Wolves drew with Arsenal. Hang on a second. I've got... Hang on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that actually makes me feel ashamed now, Gazor. I feel ashamed now. We should have won 10-0. We should have been 10-0 up at half time. I'm glad they're doing Islam versus Gary. Couldn't stand to waste Islam on a dumbass Kamaru fight. They tried their best to promote it, and nobody was biting. Shout out to Kamaru. He's one of the greatest welterweights of all time. He should not be getting a title shot. But shout out to him. Shout out to him, yeah, if he does fight Ian Gary, because Ian Gary is the most deserving contender. Whether we like it, the guy's a cuck, the guy's jarring, but he killed Shavkat Rakhmonov, pretty much. Guy deserves a title shot. They bottled again. They bottled again. Honestly, I hate Tom Core. I hate Arsenal so much. Like I cannot put it into words. This has made me really happy. My team going fucking ham. And now Arsenal drawing. This is the best day ever. I am so happy right now. Fuck Arsenal. Now Newcastle are playing Man City on the weekend. I hope we lay down and just take it up the arse. I would happily take a 6-0 loss. Take one for the boys. You feel me? Ginzos aren't athletic. After Tom and Garner are gone, we can let Alex Pereira beat up fatties. That would be fun. But Alex Pereira's old as fuck as well, though. Kamaru should go up to 185 and just have fun fights. Nothing to prove at 170. That's not a bad shout. He looked very good against Kamaru at 185. Less skilled up there. I reckon he'd do a very good job. Are an Arsenal fan called Gooners? It's actually, yeah, Gooners. They are. I'm not going to correct you. They should have cucked Ian Gary and given Conor the title shot. That would have been hilarious. Ian Gary is just somebody that I mean, I'm an Irishman. We support our own no matter what. I can't. He's so embarrassing. He's so cringe. I hate him. Bro, this season is so fucked when you look at the league table. I think it's been a glorious season. People are going on here like the Premier League is fucked. I think it's amazing. You never know when someone's going to win a game. Shout out to Wolverhampton Wanderers. I am fucking buzzing. Oh, fuck you, Arsenal. Have you been training for lettuce week? Bro, I am lettuce week. You don't want to include me. I grew up on lettuce, mate. How you doing, no Bodak? Shout out to the Bodak Show. If you're not subscribed over there, subscribe immediately. And like the fucking channel for fuck's sake. We got 40 weirdos in here. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Joining me on a Wednesday night. A fruity dude in a pink shirt. But shout out to all of you. Is Ian Gary liked in Ireland? He's not liked in his own household, mate. How you doing, Iback? Well, to be fair, only 3 or 4 of Caribbean starting like still though, man. That's like starting with. I'm not good at maths. I'm gonna say 7 men. We should have clapped those cheeks even harder. 6-1 is unacceptable. Who is your top 3 in the Premier League? You mean who finishes top 3? I'm gonna go Man City winning the title, Arsenal finishing second, and I reckon Liverpool will come from behind and finish third. I reckon. Are you a 28-year-old German lesbian feminist? What would make you say something like that? I'm a 41-year-old Irish lesbian feminist. Read my comment. Oh, man, but it's just a bunch of Let me see. Arsenal draw with the worst team in the league. Where you at, Jiggy? Man City wins the season. You need to stop pretending to be a football fan, Giuliano. You have no idea what you're talking about. But you were right, though. You did say that Man City were going to win the league a long time ago, and it's looking more likely right now. Loop, he's not just liked in his own household. Fair enough. Ban Gilly. We can't ban Gilly. We need him for the banter. Fuck, I had Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal were like 4-1 favorites. Free Israel. I've never heard that said in this channel before. On a real, all the troll shit aside, how can Ian Gary take the name of another? I've never, you realize that has probably never happened in human history ever. You marry a woman and you take her ex-husband's name. That's never happened in human history. Hi, Reno. Gen 3 Pro glasses for the Nintendo Switch. Xbox just got one, love. Have you tried them? I've never tried Pro glasses. I'm not big on the... is that like a VR experience? Knowledge 0%, entertainment 100%. If you're talking about this channel, you're not even right. There's no entertainment to be had here, bro. I don't like Liverpool, but that Wirtz and slob is amazing. Wirtz is starting to come into it. He's getting a lot better. And Szoboszlai is one of the best midfielders in the league. I'm an Arsenal fan. This is stress. I'm sorry to say that I'm dancing on your grave right now. I hate Arsenal as a football club. And Arsenal is actually, I think Arsenal is actually one of the closest clubs to where I grew up. I think technically Fulham is the closest Premier League club. But I'm a Newcastle fan. And I guarantee you, yeah, we are going to bend over for Man City like there's no tomorrow, mate. We're going to take those clapped ass cheeks. And I'm going to celebrate every Man City goal that goes in. Frankie Wingling Wang Dang. That's a mouthful. Do you support Israel Adesanya or Palestine Adesanya? If I had to choose a side, I would pick Palestine because I know more Muslim people. And Jewish people are very arrogant. No, it's like a 210-inch screen in front of you, not VR. I've got a projector though, mate. I mean, I know it's only 120 inches, and I can't believe that I'm saying that. But that sounds... How the fuck would you get a 210-inch screen? Oh, you obviously it's in your glasses, right? I'm sorry, I'm retarded. I'm retarded. How much are they, Anthony? And by the way, Anthony, I haven't seen you in here in a while. I recognize your PFP for some reason. It's been a while. Do you even drink Newcastle Brown Ale? I mean, I haven't drunk it for a while, but I have. It does taste like how I imagine piss would taste like. What's happened? We're just celebrating the fact that Arsenal Football Club have just drawn against Wolves. We're dancing. We're dancing. I hate Arsenal with an unbridled passion, in case I never said that before. This might be the 1000th time I've said it. By the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing the stream, as always, sorry to remind you, but don't make me go measure my big screen. Frankie, I bet mine is bigger than yours. We can go band for band, as we say in the UK. Frankie, I got banned from Instagram once again. They don't like my racist riz. Hitting on black girls again, were you? Did you use the old I'm not racist, but I'd make an exception for you line, which, by the way, is the most amazing one-liner I've ever heard. Jesse, real ones have known about the Jews for 15 plus years, thanks to Alex Jones. Frankie, do you support Rupert Lowe on the Restore Britain's party? To be honest, not in the AM. I don't give a fuck about politics because I've got money and I don't care about other people. I only care about myself, my own little world, my own little bubble. I've made enough money where I don't really give a fuck about what happens in my country. Because I'm just gonna make my final little bit of bank here, and then I'm gonna bounce and leave everyone in the dust. But to be honest, here, all jokes aside, here, I'm not really that informed on it. To be honest, I wouldn't be able to tell you what their political views are or what their stance is. I'm assuming it's some kind of anti-immigration stuff, but hog for hog versus an Irishman never goes well. We've got the hogs. Irishmen do have the hogs. We're hogged up. Cheddar is 5 IQ. Cheddar is a legend. I'm not going to have a bad word said about Cheddar. I'm not a betting man, but my friend put a bet online for both teams to score. He got 7 games right and won 820. That is my brother's approach to betting. What he does is he bets on teams to win, betting on both teams to score, and he does 15-leg parlays. He's never won a single one. But he seems to believe that one day his 50p is going to lead to retirement. So shout out to my brother for that tactic. Because one day he might. Hello from Iran. How you doing, Alierza F. Shayan? I know I've butchered that, but shout out to you, man. That's the one thing I always appreciate about this channel. We always get people here from different places and different cultures. I hope you will stick around and tell us more about where you come from. We have had a couple of Iranians come in the past. I'm looking forward to you sharing your story. Agreed, Cheddarhead. The Muzzies have ruined London. Look up Sadiq Khan. He put Ramadan decorations up over Christmas decorations. That's just frugal, mate. I bet you're minted, Frankie. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. You know, your boy's going to go on holiday in a couple of weeks, middle of the year for no reason. Take a little time off work. And I'm going to live stream some of it. I've decided, I'm going to do a live stream of me going to the airport. And so on. I'm going to try and do more like in real life streams. I know I say this every time I'm going away, and I end up doing just some sleazy live stream in the middle of a bar where you see women hitting on your boy, because you know your boy's a legend like that. But I'm going to actually live stream and document more of it this time. I've got a plan. Ched is the big Ched is one of my oldest subscribers, and I love Cheddar. I thought Iran had an internet blockout. I think that ended a little while ago. Don't mess with Cheddar or I'll force feed you a giant cheese wheel. Nice. Where you going? I'm going to the Philippines. Have you finished your Nintendo Switch game collection? No, I've got. I figure I'm going to stop at 1,000, and I've just gone over the 900 mark because now I've turned my attention to collecting Switch 2 games. Stream yourself eating rice with your hands in Indochina. Very specific. Is that your kink? Yeah. We work hard for freedom. I was about to make a joke, but I'm not going to do it. Top Durka of Iran is making Bibi look like a wimp. They've taken out like 100K of their own people. Are you coming to Texas? One day I definitely will. Texas is up there, but you know, I've still got some flag dropping to do in the old southeast of Asia. Do you know what I'm saying? Serial killer look approved. You think I look like a serial killer? It's kind of a compliment. Frankie, have you ever tried Chipotle? Of course I have. Oh, very nice, mate. The beaches look gorgeous there. Yeah, I'm not going to be going to any beaches. I mostly hang around. Have you seen my skin, mate? I have the kind of skin that sunblock doesn't work with. So there's going to be no beach going, but I'm basically going to spend most of my time in Manila, if not all of it. Trump or Putin? I find Trump very entertaining. And I can enjoy him as an Englishman because I don't have to deal with him embarrassing himself. I just get to laugh. But Putin is secretly very funny as well. Frankie, are you coming to Little St. James? Chipotle burrito bowl slap. I can't remember what I had from there, but I've definitely been there a couple times. I'm thinking of going to Laos. Will they unalive me? Nah, man. Laos all right, man. But if you're going to go to Laos, why don't you just go to Thailand? I mean, why are you wasting your time? If you're in that region, I mean, stop over there for a couple days. How many Switch games are there? I've got just over 900. Just over. And most of them are like limited run or super rare games. So they're like 1 of 2,000, 1 of 1,000. It's a collection thing. I don't really play them. What do they think about black people in China? It depends where you go. They're a lot more like open, which sounds like a mad thing to say, but it's true. It's true. They're not as like, the thing is with China, they're not really traditionally racist towards black people. They're just scared of them. Yes, lads, Scottish. Oh, fuck Putin, because is Putin a pedophile? But so is Trump. Trump is not Scottish enough, was born in the Highlands, Liverpool. I wouldn't be announcing that. Would you rather be a German 26-year-old lesbian or a Baal supporter? I'll go with the German 26-year-old lesbian. I've already been Thailand. I want to go to Laos then from there. All right, fair enough. Don't spend too long there. I mean, Frankie's game collection doesn't put a dent in Gilly's Sicily map collection. Mix between very intelligent serial killer and Are you trying to say that I look inbred? That's unnecessary, mate. You come into my channel for the first time and you're calling me inbred. Got some balls on you, mate. Do you stay in a hostel or hotel in Thailand? I rent an Airbnb. I usually rent like a penthouse Airbnb. So I have like 2 floors. Your boy likes to go down in style. I want to go to Laos, and then from there I want to go straight to Bali. I've heard is beautiful, and from there to Indonesia, and then come back to the UK over 3 months. Take your time, mate. Beautiful part of the world. I'm telling you, you'll never want to come back. Frankie, do you think CM Punk was the true GOAT of MMA? He put all the fans to sleep. Very clever. CM Punk annoys me. CM Punk is not as good as he thinks he is. What about the video of Chinese people yelling the N-word at basketball players in China? Yeah, but that doesn't just happen in China. And also, yeah, they don't say that the N-word in China actually doesn't mean that word. So they could have been saying something else. Yo, what's up? How you doing, MMA Now 27? I heard you survived the prediction video with Argenti. I was gonna send out a stress call for you because I'm surprised you're still alive. Keep talking, I'm almost done. In real life penthouse stream. I've done them in the penthouses before, but I will do it this time. I'm happy to do it. Usually like there was literally a time when I live streamed from there and someone was like, "Oh man, you've got a background." And then I picked up like I think it was like a can or something from my desk and threw it behind me and ended up smashing something and having to pay for it. Frankie, I'll come stay at your palace in Thailand as long as we share all the women. There ain't no women for you in Thailand, man. You like them. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think your type is in. You can get some chunky ones there, but not your kind of chunk. How you doing, Rabbi? What's good, man? 2-hour stream. Good stream. That's fucking lot. That's a lot, mate. Hello, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but the house you are in was promised to me 3,000 years ago. I live in a new build, mate. Maybe you own the land underneath me, but this house is about 6 years old. If you go to jail, which gang would you join for protection? What are my options? When is the White House card out? It's in June, I believe. And as far as we know, I believe that Alex Pereira and Cyril Gahn has all been but confirmed for the interim. I don't know which one's going to be the co-main. I'm assuming that Gahn and Alex Pereira will be the co-main, but the second to last fight. and then they'll have Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary as the main event, which sounds like a fucking insane main event for a White House card. Having Ian Gary on what they're bidding as the biggest card of all time is insane work, but I will politely ask you to evacuate and leave any valuables, belongings behind, as it is promised to me by my... Oh, you're making like a Israel-Palestine reference. That's clever. Sounds rough. Yeah, that is a lot. How you doing, Marlboro Reds MMA? Fan of Giuliano Argenti. We disagreed on 4 fights this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I might actually watch it now that you're on it. I'm kidding. We're getting a minimum of 1 women's MMA title fight at the White House card. If they know better, they won't do that. I bet they rebook Nunes and whatever her name is. Muslim Brotherhood, Bloods, Crips, Mexican Cartel, and Art. Jeez, that's a rough choice. My immediate reaction is to go with either the Muslim Brotherhood or the Aryan Brotherhood. But to be fair, the Aryan Brotherhood, yeah, I think they bum each other. So I think I'm going to go with the Muslim Brotherhood because then my asshole will definitely be safe. I'm going with the Muzzies. My guess is Barber versus Shevchenko. No, we're not getting that. And Barber doesn't win that. Barber is another utter slut who annoys me. Frankie, are you picking Strickland or Fluffy? My head says Strickland. My heart says Fluffy. Because I honestly think that Strickland is going to just teep and jab his way to victory. However, I have to go with my boy Fluffy because I've been supporting him for like years. And I just want to see him get it done. So that is my answer. Another fence-sitting answer. But if I had to bet money on it, I would probably go with Sean Strickland. Ian Gary is a stupid prat. He should be nowhere near that card. Excellently said. Frankie's a traitor. It's all about survival, man. It's all about keeping that butthole virginal, which I still maintain is the case. You got to think of your bumholes when it's jail time, boys. You know what I'm saying? Think of that bumhole. What is going to lead to the most likely survival of your anus? If you join the Muzzies and you piss them off, they're gonna whoop your ass. They're not gonna fuck it. Do you know what I'm saying? Get your priorities straight. Any of those other dudes could be on butt raiding. And I'm gonna be honest with you, your boy is tasty. So I definitely will be a target. I'm 5'7". Got nice. I'm a solid 6 out of 10, which in prison is about a 9. Muslims don't drink or get pussy though. Fair play, man. I would sacrifice drinking and pussy for the anus being protected, but I see where your priorities lie. Reconsider that Frankie's most searches for gay corn comes from the Middle East. Again, this is just slander. This has never been proven. Words of wisdom. Thank you, Robbie. Robbie gets it. You guys aren't thinking with your anus. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Whites and Mexicans can't grape in Cali prisons. It's only the blacks that do that. What do you mean they can't grape? You are a fraud. Clown Show called you out and you never showed. Fake fraud. Oh, wow. Look, I've got somebody with a PFP as my face. First of all, I'm not a deadbeat dad. Let's not go there. And I know you are Clown Show. And Clown Show, I'm going to say this to you again. You can come on anytime. I'm not subscribed to you. So how would I know that you are calling me out? I sent you a message into your live stream and you didn't respond because you are a pussy. You don't want any. Stop trying to get clout off my channel, which is sad because my channel is basically irrelevant. You sad little fat pussy. Fuck you. I never think of my anus. It's gay. You should start. You have to shift that mentality when you get into jail, mate. The thing is, Bodak here, you're all right, yeah, because you're like 6 foot. I am 5'7". I need to get my priorities straight. Those alts are not me, bro. I'm listening in the background. Nah, it's all good, bro. It's definitely Clown Show himself because only he would get behind that narrative. I'm just gonna remind this Fight Night bitch boy fake Facket, who can't spell fake, by the way. Facket Frankie. Clown Show had the chance. He declined or he ignored me because he doesn't want any. He doesn't want any. And he's smart. He's very smart. Like, what the fuck? People have no class calling you a deadbeat dad. I'm not even glazing. Like, what the fuck? Some people are internet gangsters. When it's coming from that particular thing, is it that would offend me, yeah, if I was in any way ashamed of my status as a father. But I'm a very good dad, so I don't give a fuck. That shit doesn't trigger me. Clown show, stop going after Frankie. He is known for having people swimming with the fishes. Exactly. You don't want none of this. And just as we get a clown show, or his old flame turns up. I'm assuming this is the real Milo. How you doing, Milo? What's good? Can you tell your embarrassing ex to just let it go? It's over. It was over before it started. Saying my name is a very big mistake. Especially now that he's been banned from YouTube. I'm surprised it took that long. Respect, bro. I can tell from your energy you're a great dad. Number one, mate. I wouldn't say I'm number one dad, but I'm a very good dad. I'm a very attentive father. Clown is a weirdo. Must have a sad, pathetic life. Well, you know, I've said what I've had to say about him. I don't want to repeat myself. You know, I pretty much one-shotted him. I ended the beef before it really got started. And I'm leaving that in the past. Tell us a story of when you whooped 20 people while traveling. Is that a clown show story? Frankie about to call shots on someone, Godfather style. Yeah, basically, I mean, I'm not going to go, I don't really want to talk about Clown Show because this is exactly what he wants. He turns up here, so we talk about him, and then everyone goes, who's Clown Show? And then you search him up, and then don't waste your time. He's a fucking retard. Number one, and very good same. How you doing, Mick? Mick, please tell me you're an Irishman. I get excited whenever somebody turns up. Frankie, did Clown Show never let you on his panel? No, I never knew there was a panel because I'm not subscribed to him. But basically, he was talking shit about me in one of his lives. So I did the honorable thing, and I sent a very nice message. I said, look, if you want to go back and forth, let me know. You can send me a message on as a response to this chat. So you know, like when he does a live and you can send a comment. So I commented saying, I'll come on anytime. What's it going to be? He didn't respond. And then 2 weeks later, he came on and went, yeah, I called that bitch out. Yeah, man, he never turned up. He's a pussy. How did I know that I was being called out if you don't respond to me? You're a weirdo. And you never wanted any to begin with. I reckon he would have me on his panel, and then he would end up just being really polite to me because he's a pussy. Frankie really pumped and dumped Clown Show. It was a one-shot annihilation. It's a complete coincidence. I was rewatching the end of Bodak Show's live stream. Oh, nice. I need to go back and watch that, actually. I didn't even know that he was on. I love Bodak's channel. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. And he's actually been to my actual house. Like, Bodak met my wife. She made him a nice, like, 3-tier platter. You should ask him about it. I know that's not a euphemism. Before you start making suggestive remarks. Although I do suspect that there are some hidden cameras in my gaff because he had freedom to do whatever he wanted. Frankie, turn on notifications for your channel. I will. Or do you mean on Bodak's channel? I just wasn't on YouTube at the time. That's why I didn't get the notification. Reminds me of when MMA Guru Call was on a conference call with Bilal Bahamid. He shit his pants. Bro, keep the same energy, man. You mean Guru shit his pants? People say that Guru shit his pants with Arman Sarukian, but I have the complete opposite take. I have the complete opposite take. He basically said to his face, I think Ilya beats you. Is it a Vinnyism? Vinny's another guy I struggle with, to be honest. I struggle with him. I don't really have anything against him. I just think he's a strange individual. MMA YouTube is full of fucking retards. And Clown Show isn't really an MMA YouTuber. He's just a straight tard. All he does is crash out and say and talk about what a badass fighter he is. He's just like, I just get gigantic pussy energy coming from his direction. Your lives keep me from ending it. I appreciate that, Pib. I hope you're joking. I never can tell with you. Nah, Fairs, he stood his ground of his opinions about Armin. He said it to his face. What's Armin going to do? Beat him up? He's got no reason to pussy out. That Bodak live stream was good. Got a phone call, so I missed the end. Bodak is amazing. The thing is, yeah, I know this is going to sound like glazing, yeah. The MMA Guru is the best MMA YouTuber by like hands down. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was wondering whether I should actually say it out loud on a stream, but people can love him or hate him, but his content is incredible. He does his research. He's funny. He's consistent. He knows his shit in MMA. There's nobody at the moment who does it better than him. And his impressions are good. Well called out, Tinos. I will not have any slander said about the MMA Guru. In fact, you can say what you want. There's nothing I can do about it. Armin gave props to Guru for wrestling him. 100%. The fact that he got in there and gave it a try. And he did manage to grab the leg. There was a little bit of an agreement beforehand that Armin wasn't allowed to take him down, but of course there would be. Armin's a professional. And Armin's probably walks around at like 200 pounds. So fair play to him for doing it. People forget, man, Guru took the Armin fight on 2 days' notice. Exactly, man. At least he had the balls to get in there and do that, because that could have been career-ending. I've never seen a clip here. Like the Guru and Armin clip was a combination of like embarrassing how he like pancaked on his ass, but you couldn't help but be like, what a dude for getting in there and giving it a go. You mad goblin of a ting. Give me that emergency loin, yeah. Give me that 5th round KO loin. I've never been good at a Dublin accent. Giuliano Argenti, Italian bad boy, is the best MMA YouTuber. He's definitely the most consistent. I've got to give shout outs to Giuliano, man. He keeps on the grind. He keeps on the grind. He keeps on the grind, yeah. Get on that grind. My impressions are never good when I try to force them. Never, ever. By the way, just another little reminder while we're midstream. Please do hit that like button. I really, really appreciate it. Do you think Ian Gary has a chance against Islam Makhachev? Because I think he does. And I actually give Islam Makhachev a lot of credit if he actually signs up to take this fight, because Ian Gary is a tough fight. He's got good takedown defense. He's good against the cage. He's a patient striker. He's got 5-round cardio or 4-round cardio. And bro, 99.9% of us would have been pancaked by Armin. Guru stood on business, 100%. Gilly grinds on all his female chatters. Giuliano has definitely tapped some of his female subscribers and some of his male subscribers as well. I know some of them are down. Little known fact that Dublin is the biggest city in Europe. Is that true? It's also the most fucking expensive. I never complain about finances. Not anymore. I was genuinely pissed off when I was in Dublin. I felt I was getting robbed every second. Most expensive place I've ever been to. Apparently, Rush Hour 4 is to launch this fall. Okay. Oh, because it keeps doubling and doubling. I've heard that joke before. That's embarrassing. I was mid-piss stream. Had to cut it off right quick to make sure I like this stream. Shout out to you, Westy. Big shout outs to you, man. You're when you didn't turn up last time, I genuinely thought you were dead. The inevitable Argenti, I know, man. He is inevitable. But like I said, fair play to our boy. He's been the person I've had. I realized it the other day. I'm kind of embarrassed by this, but it is what it is. He's the person I've had on more than any other person in my panels. How fucked up is that? It's either him or Brutally. They might be tied or very, very close, but it's just, I mean, I need more guests, man. XP wisdom is needed for this question. Why do we as men like the smell of pussy? It makes no sense. Not all pussies are one and the same. In fact, if I take the panties down and I get a whiff of anything sinister, that bitch is getting in a taxi and it ain't getting paid for. I am ruthless in that game. It's like as well, yeah. Like before I'm gonna just tell the story. Before I met my wife, yeah, I met this absolute baddie, yeah, at a bar, talking to her, and then I just felt this faint waft of like, just got up and walked away. It's got to be done. Where has Brutally been? He's taken a little bit of a hiatus. He is coming back though. He's dropped a couple videos, but he's not doing. When I say he's taken a hiatus, he's not doing as many lives at the moment. Brutal just dropped a peach of a video, funny as fuck. I've got that on my watch list. It's about him preparing. It's like an embedded series of him preparing for the lettuce stuff in it. I can't wait to see that. Brutally is very, very creative. Like, I enjoy his work. He's another YouTuber of I'm not just friends with. Like, I genuinely enjoy his content. But yeah, he is going to be back in the next. I think he's going to be back live streaming any time now. Hopefully when we do another panel, he's gonna saddle up. Because I love having Brutally on, but I don't think I can have Brutally and Argenti on at the same time because they just end up bickering. I'm still buzzing from the fact that Arsenal Football Club just drew with Wolves. They have absolutely spunked that title away, and it's brilliant. I am so delighted. Brutally makes great content. He does. If you look through his catalog, yeah, he's got really. He's just a very creative dude. Nah, like men love the smell of their spouse's puss. I slept with over 30 girls. Rookie numbers, bro. And only eat it 3 and 1 is my long-term girl. You can go around smelling and licking every puss. Nah, man, I think there's definitely a variety out there. Gaz makes great content. Shout out to Gaz. What's wrong with fish tacos? Some fish tacos are fine. Some are a little bit past their sell-by date. Trump grab 'em by the pussy is goated catchphrase. It was goated before all the allegations. When he first came out with that shit, it was like, oh my God, this shit is hilarious. And then you find out that he was like a bit of a creep, or more of a creep than we suspected. And it's like, allow it, man. Myla makes my D content. Has Myla ever gone on cam before? Myla, have you ever gone on cam before if you're still here? Just curious. Because Myla, you know Argenti, right? Like, you've met him in person. That would be that. I mean, I bet you could tell some entertaining Argenti stories all night. Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Maybe I've got that entirely wrong. I'm not fully ingrained in all this YouTube lore, you know. But I'm going to London tomorrow. It's the 3rd day of Chinese New Year. Obviously, you know that my family is pretty much all Chinese, or my like spousal family. So going to be going to London. Going to get some good Chinese food. It's going to be a larf. I can't lie. If I had Trump money, I too would be a perv, but not go PDF Epstein shit. Only legal puss for me. I mean, that's a given. Cocaine and hookers would just be standard procedure, mate. Nobody's begrudging you for that. It's the underage pussy that I can't seem to understand. But yeah, I'm coming down to London, Tinos. I am. How you doing, Ortist? Ortist, you always turn up later on in the streams now. It's heartbreaking to me. I was actually about to say do you know what? I'm gonna stick it out for the full hour and a half. How you doing, Autist? Gaz, I made the most filthy fanfic about Drew Dober and one about Ronda Rousey. Did you blend them together? Tell them Pao Liang. What does that mean? I lived in China for 7 years here, and my Chinese is straight up dog shit. This makes no fucking sense. Apparently you're Indian, but you white as hell, worked in Afghanistan, and now set up. Who told you I'm Indian? I'm Irish, man. I'm Irish and I grew up in the UK. But don't ever say I'm Indian. How dare you? One day you got to make like a meet and greet. You think I've got subscribers like that? London's a dive. I know it's a dive, yeah, but I grew up there, innit? I grew up there, so I got to show the place some love. I know a lot of people there. It means beautiful. It definitely doesn't. You're trying to set me up. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll say it to my wife tonight and see if I make it to tomorrow morning. Paulian, get out into the countryside, mate. Sod the sea. I live in the countryside. Well, not in the countryside, but I live in a very, very small town. I live in front of a massive lake. Your boy understands it. London pub me up. I would consider that. I would definitely consider that. I got to give the wife the old slip, though. Do you know what I mean? Fei Chang Kuyai means very cute. I'm suspicious. Are you excited for Fluffy versus Strickland? I wouldn't say excited, but I'll be present. I will watch it. You don't lie about languages. All right. I'll test it out on your missus tonight and see if I make it to the morning. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Why am I rocking back and forth? I need to cut this out. I need to chill out. Ni Han Pao Liang. You see that pronunciation was spot on, mate. Your boy is a linguist. Bro, you as Irish as New Delhi. Are you trying to get punched in the mouth? What does your wife call black people? I don't know. I'll be honest here, when I met my wife here, she was quite racist. But it wasn't just to black people, it was people of color in general. But she has come to learn the ways. I have broken her down slowly. It's more like an ignorance thing with China, though. It's not like race. It's not like racist like that. It's more of a prejudice thing, and they're just scared of black people straight up, because most of them have been raised to believe that black people are just straight up going to kill them or steal from them. So they've basically been told the truth. Chinese people are like the black people of Asia, though. Nah, they're not, man. China's very, very diverse. Obviously, the closer they are to certain parts of the country, the more light-skinned they are, or the more yellow they are. How you doing, Pork Chop? What's good, you base son of a gun? Drop it to my Discord account. What are you dropping? No, but they're not like the black people of Asia. I assume you don't mean in terms of skin color. What do you mean by the black people of Asia, though? I would say Thai people are the black people of Asia. They've legalized weed. I don't know why I said that first. That was racist. I take that back. It's too late to take it back. I've been robbed in Thailand a load of times. They never rob you to your face. It's more like pickpocketing. I remember this time I was in a lap dance. It wasn't a lap dancing club. It was a go-go bar. And I had two girls on top of me. And my wallet got stolen. So worth it. When I mean black people of Asia, I mean as if like black people of Africa. What's Mongolia like? Fucking cold, mate. Mongolia is fucking freezing. Frankie, I found out yesterday that my great-grandma is from Galway. Galway is a really nice town, mate. For fuck's sake, you're right. Thai are the black people of Asia. They are. They are. Or Filipinos. Paris is my favorite city in Africa. France is very black now. But there's a lot of... but they did it to themselves. Why am I sounding so racist tonight? I'm just revealing myself really badly here. What I mean is they colonized a lot of black nations, or... God, I'm really fucking this up. Nations where there are more predominantly black people, and taught them French. And then, of course, they're going to turn up in France. Of course, they're going to pull up in France. Again, not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, get Pork Chop some goddamn subs. We need to get Pork Chop up to 50 subs here so that he can start live streaming. And by the way, your boy here is now 11 subs away from 1.7K. The road to 2K is well and truly underway. It's cool. My best mate was black. I said to him, his mum's puss is the Batman sign. I agree. You got to understand, yeah, I'm very comfortable around black people because I grew up entirely around black people. I was the minority where I grew up. I grew up in Southwest London, and like 90% of my friends were I didn't have one single white friend. Actually, that's a lie. I had one white friend. So the majority of my friends were black or Asian. Who's in Paris? Just black people. Is Northern Ireland like the DMZ of Ireland and England? Kind of, yeah. Northern Ireland is kind of like England was in like the 1950s. No offense to Northern Ireland, but there are some beautiful parts of it. But generally, it's a shithole. And maybe I'm being biased. I peaked at 96. Now I'm on a slide. Westy, it's gonna go like that. Yeah, it happens with me quite a lot where I'll gain like 5 subs and then lose like 3. And do you remember that time when I got over 1,000 for the first time, and then I lost over 100 subs in a space of like 3 weeks? It's painful. My feelings were hurt. I used to call my mate Black Jesus too. For fuck's sake, I was a cunt. It's a very nice thing to say to another person. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, so the thing is, I was pissed off about it for like a couple of hours, and then I was like, well, if they're not going to be here, they might as well not be subbed, because that ultimately hurts your channel. Basically, I'll tell you this now, Westy. Yeah, you're better off having hint hint 96 subscribers that actually turn up than 100 odd thousand, the majority of which that don't. You can say cunt in here. You can say whatever you want in here. The Dark Knight Rises is a dark thing to say. Why can't you type Prince Harry's wife's name in here? Oh yeah, I banned it. It's on the keywords banned list. No, I'm joking. I've got no idea. What do you call an Irishman that bounces off the wall? Ricochet. That's class. That is class. Fingers the G. I remember when Fingers came on a panel of mine one time, and he was literally doing drugs on the panel, based as fuck. Fingers, what drug were you doing? I never asked, but you were smoking something. I don't know what it was. Black person friend MMA. I should rebrand the channel. I think I'm due like another rebranding. This would be like my 3rd rebranding. It used to be Bad MMA Math, and I had to change it because Dougie kept calling me Bad Math MMA, and he still does. What's up, Bad Math? My chats have been majority women. Oh, you were smoking weed. Oh, that's fine then. And whiskey, I assume. Fair enough. That was a good stream. The thing is, yeah, when you do a panel with me, you have to accept it. There has to be some kind of banter. Fingers wasted in No Chill's channel was goated. Frankie, have you ever been called a bog jumping Mick? Nah, man, I haven't. I feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, it was a while ago. I'd say it was over a year ago. At least. It's ages ago. What would you do if you fell asleep in Asia and your tour guide sucked you off in your sleep, like what happened to Western Mass Climber? I mean, why would I have a tour guide? First of all, a lone soldier, bro. And whoever I take home is definitely sucking me off. I don't blame you guys for booting me. I was talking crazy about the fighters. I don't think anyone booted you. I didn't boot you. That's not my style. I think you left and then you couldn't get back on. Because it was entertaining as fuck. I definitely didn't boot you. And I think you said that I booted you. And I'm still... everyone knows it. I have never, ever booted anyone out of my channel, ever. Ever. Even when I'm getting absolutely cooked. Apart from weed, the only drug I did was Molly, and it was put in my drink when I was 19. I wasn't feeling right, and thank God I went home early. For 3 days, my legs felt like jelly. I'm in the same situation. I'm pretty sure I got like MDMA bombed a couple of times. But I've never done anything other than weed like willingly. Because I'm a bitch. But when I'm older, also, yeah, you have to remember, yeah, I had kids like very young. What's up, Frankie Irish? What's the topic of discussion? So we were talking about the White House card. We talked about Pereira fighting Gone. We talked about Rousey's comeback. And we're back to bumholes. Now, we talked about Islam versus Gary. There has been quite a fair amount of MMA talk today. It was decent. It was a decent chat. But how you doing, though, Anders? Good to have you in here, as always. Like I said, if you are just popping in, do like the stream. I have hit over 30, so the target has been reached, but get Gio on and boot him off. I like giving Gio as much rope as possible and just letting him do his thing. Do you know what I mean? I just enjoy it very much. I love Argenti and I love arguing with him. But then I realized I had to hang back a little bit because I think people were genuinely thinking that I was bullying him. And it felt a little bit like that when it was myself brutally and Bodak just fucking spit roasting him. Have you talked about the Aspinall fake eye injury? Do you know what, Smelly Fingers, yeah? Can you tell me what's going on with that? Because I've seen YouTube videos titled with it, but I haven't bothered my ass to look into it because I don't really care. I know that Dougie did one, so I'm inevitably going to get round to watching that. But what's the story behind it? Has he just been lying the entire time? Worst experience with a fan? What do you mean? I don't have any fans. I can't do a Francis Ngannou impression. Do you know what? Yeah, let me practice it. And then maybe in a few streams from now, I'll try and debut the old Francis Ngannou stream. You were counseling Gilly. Nah, we were just like roasting the shit out of him. I agree, Frankie. It's best to have real supporters. I think I have lots of alt accounts. Someone got mad and I lost freeze and then I lost. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so I think what happened is, yeah, a lot of my close people who were obviously subscribers of mine obviously wanted to push me to 1K as fast as possible. And they subbed with a bunch of alts. And then YouTube occasionally cleans those accounts out. So I know that what people don't seem to understand is that ends up hurting your channel. Because the whole point of having subscribers, this is why I'm very happy with my 1.6K. Because I usually get in my diagnostics, I get 10,000 new people coming in and out of the channel every month. So it keeps me ticking over. But if you have a bunch of subscribers and most of them don't watch your videos or don't click on your live streams, you're fucked. Because then your videos don't get put out. The algorithm doesn't pick it up. This is my limited understanding of how it works. I only saw you bully get Giuliano once. Nah, I was just... It wasn't even bullying. Do you know what it was? I was hammered here, and I don't really remember what I said. But what it was here, the reason why I went in on Gilly that day is because I felt like he was gaslighting me about that. At some point, I thought, this fucker has been asking to bet me for like a year, like every single stream. Bet me that John Jones doesn't fight Tom Aspinall. Bet me that. Like, he kept going on and on and on about it. And eventually I caved in. And then not only did I cave in, but he kept on raising the bet. And then he loses it and he's like, brah, ah. And I felt like he was coming up with excuses to not pay. And then I just got annoyed. And then every little thing I've been irritated with him about, I just went in on. But I didn't really meet. But again, if I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have done that because I don't find him annoying. He's a friend of mine. And I didn't really care about the money, but I did want to see Northie get paid. And to be fair to Giuliano, not only did he pay the person who was supposed to hand the money on to Northwest, but when the money didn't go through, he then paid Northwest again. So he ended up being out like $1,000 in that whole thing. Out of curiosity, why do you do YouTube? It's just for the community. It's just for the love of the game, purely. It's nice having people that I can talk to MMA about. I did see what Larry Wheels did. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I didn't know who both those fuckers were until I saw that video. Dean the Great seems like an absolute scumbag. And within 30 seconds of watching that video, I wanted to see him get slapped in the face. And I was not disappointed. But I thought he got KO'd. He just got slapped across the floor about 50 feet. To be fair, that guy is a... If somebody did that with I don't care like what my relationship with my wife is not like that, like or not. If somebody did that in front of my face, they're getting wheel kicked. I'm pulling that shit out. I don't have any. I don't even know how to make an alt account. You know, how do you even make one? What do you just sign up for another YouTube? Is that what it means? Of course, Larry Wills is a cuck. He's half French. His wife is definitely going to take him for everything she has. Because I saw a video just after him slapping Dina Great, and he mentions about how he's basically married this Eastern European woman who is reasonably hot. I'll give him that, but he doesn't have a prenup. He's going to get I'll give it a year. She's going to take him for everything he's got. And she's probably going to end up fucking this Dean the Great. Because she was kind of flirting a little bit as well. So Rampage's manager then... Oh, is that the Punch, the white guy? Or is that the white guy, yeah? When he went, I'll punch you in your face. This guy, what's his name? Dean the Great. I've never seen someone take so many losses in such a short space of time. He's out there embarrassing himself. So are you talking about the one where it's a kind of a big white dude, yeah? And then Dean the Great starts with him and then he just gets punched in the face. I will kick him in the shin. I am only like 5'7". Do you think Dana White is in the Epstein files? 1,000,000%. They're all in it. They're all in it. Hey, by the way, Gaz, do you have an Instagram? So Made to Rome. How you doing? That's a great name, by the way. Great name, mate. Yeah, I'm Gaz Beach on Instagram. Oh, nice. Gaz Ninja is a sick name. It's so distinctive. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. For some, like I said, I don't know this Dean the Great guy, but that was really, really satisfying to me to see him get punched in the face. He seems like a cunt. As soon as I see somebody fucking with somebody's wife like that, I just think, wow, man, you're a scum. Like I said, it's like whenever I hear about PDFs, or I mean, nobody should like PDFs, but having kids and obviously being married and whatnot, I don't even care about my wife that much. But if somebody wants to try and move to her in front of me, the disrespect, man. You deserve everything you got coming to you. Dean the Great is giving Ian Gary a run. The thing is, though, Ian Gary's shameless, though. Ian Gary will embarrass himself and think he's won. This Dean the Great guy, you can tell he's trying to get his aura back every time he goes out, and he just keeps getting. Oh, made to his two smelly fingers. You've got the talent for the good names though, because Smelly Fingers is fucking memorable as well. By the way, Lane, I didn't say when you came in, how you doing, Lane? Hope you're well. I should have paid you your respects as soon as you came into the channel. Please check out Two Smelly's second channel. Does Smelly do live streaming as well now? Oh, the big white guy that KO'd him was Tiki. That's a great name as well. But what was he thinking? That white guy is like 6'4", and he looks like Butterbean. Dean the Great seems to not just fuck with people, he seems to make a career out of fucking with exactly the wrong people. Because I know this Larry comes across like a little bit of a cuck and a little bit wet, but that guy is massive. Even with no technique or just a mere, you know, he's gonna have natural wham behind him. I bet that slap fucking hurt. But that white guy that Tiki guy looked even more dangerous. What was he thinking? And it seemed to be over absolutely nothing as well. What a wet wipe. My link got blocked the first time. Oh, sorry about that. You know, it wasn't me. I had to rebrand. My names are actually kind of shit. They're absolutely not. Your names are goated. Larry Wills is a weirdo for not slapping Rampage Jackson, but Rampage Jackson can actually fight. Larry Wills didn't. I saw him. I've seen a lot of Larry Wills content. It's like I didn't know who this cunt was, and suddenly he's appearing every second, yeah. It's like you click on one fucking video and then you're just inundated with it, yeah. Even though Larry Wills is far stronger than Rampage Jackson would still fuck him up. Of course he would. And the last thing you want to do is get banged out by a smaller black man in front of your wife. That's not a look to have. He's clearly not a retard. This guy literally fought. He is literally a manager and coach in the UFC. Imagine that. Who is this fucking Dean the Great? Is he a boxer? Is he like who the fuck is he? That punch was Connor. Was that punch not clean? He took his face off. Vitali is out of jail and back annoying everyone. Why couldn't the Philippines just keep him? Apparently, the Philippines are going to take an overall L on that because apparently he video recorded everything that happened. I was following that story a little bit because obviously I have a few vested interests in Philippines. I'll put it that way. I've got a few business things going on, which is why I also go there as well. But I've also got a lot of respect for the country. And seeing this Pratt go around and act the fool, yeah, I wanted to see him get the worst of it. But apparently, he did some very questionable things over there. And then when he went in, he got filmed. He basically bribed the guards and filmed the whole load of stuff that was going on, and he's going to use it to embarrass them. How you doing, Angie? I don't think he'll come out of it, but we'll see. He's talking a lot. He's talking a big game. How you doing, Angie? Hope you're well. Hope you're recovering well. You missed my comment, mate. Did I? Sorry, man. A few years back when I was at a bar, I went piss, came back, and I saw some guy grab my girl after she turned her back on him when he tried talking. I glassed him and twisted it in his face because he pulled a knife. So I was going to say that was an extreme reaction, but if he pulled out a knife, he earned that glassing. I think Princess Meghan was Nah, Princess Meghan. Who's Princess Meghan? Who's Princess Meghan? Do you mean Meghan Markle? Do you mean Harry's bitch? Bro, you are mad. She is definitely a cunt. She's definitely a Karen. Tiki punched that little boy so fast, everyone thinks it was an elbow. Watch it slow down. Bro, and the thing is, yeah, the problem with this Dean the Great guy, yeah, is he gets warned, yeah, like several times. He gets told, yeah, listen, little bro, yeah. I was about to say something else. He said, listen, little bro, you need to shut the fuck up or you're gonna get slapped out. And he just keeps yapping. He can have no complaints over the arse whoopings he's been getting over the last couple of days or weeks or whatever it was. But that Tiki guy or whatever his name is, that is the last person in that entire place that I would have fucked with. Does he think white people are pussies or something? I don't understand what he was thinking. Frankie, what is the worst ethnicity to go and find out is sleeping with your girl? Hypothetically. I don't think there is, to be honest. I don't really care about that stuff. The thing is, if my girl fucks around and I find out, that's a different matter. I'll just be like, all right, bye then. Man, I'll take a shower, kick her out of the yard, no problem. But if a man is hitting on a woman in front of my face, that is disrespect. And that's why I hated Egypt. Because those men are disgusting. They come along in packs here like hyenas. I'm by myself. I'm 5'7". Your boy's kind of built. I'm not a small man by any means, or I'm not a tiny man. But most one-on-one will just be able to mog me. Most average size males will be able to do something about it, or to step up to me thinking they can have a go. They were despicably gross. Have a good one, honey. Take it easy, Angie. I hope you're recovering very, very well. I need a black man in the UK who does MMA content to give their input on Princess Meghan. Got to see something. What black guys do I know who do MMA content in the UK? I might have to get back to you on that one. How the fuck is Crystal? There's a problem with my channel in general. My channel keeps going on and off right now. Today is Ash Wednesday. What are we giving up for Lent, chat? That's a very... I was actually... I'm embarrassed to say, yeah. My daughter is 17 years old. And I was sat down with her yesterday. And we were talking about her university options and stuff. And she was like, what the hell is Lent? And I was thinking, wow, I have failed as a father. That I had to explain that to her at 17 years old. I was just done giving her a speech about how no one goes to church anymore and how the community's dead and all of that. And people are just pagans and blah, 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 blah. I don't think I used the word pagan. And then she was like, oh, people are talking about this lentil period. What is that all about? And I Just hung my head in shame. Frankie, thoughts on McDonald's appropriating Irish culture while being a Jew-owned company? Smart. You don't want to present yourself as a Jew company. That bro from S-Dogs is in the UK. That's right, he is, but I don't really know him like that. I don't really talk to him like that. Do you mean the Arsenal fan? I should get his number and DM him today of all days. I think an Asian man would hurt my feelings the most. Why? I stopped the kush a few days ago, would give up alcohol, but that Max Holloway fight is going to be fire at the casino. You can't give up both at the same time. That's suicide, mate. That is a recipe for disaster. We are up to 36 likes. Thank you very much, everyone. I don't think that's his name, Ola. I would be surprised if he had an opinion on Meghan Markle. I'd be very surprised. You should give up hating Tom Tom. Do I hate? Lentil period. For fuck's sake, your daughter is confusing holy time with dal time. She's definitely New Delhi Brock. No, she was talking about the period of Lent, is what I meant. She was like, why are people talking about Lent? And I'm like, oh God, I've never told you about this, have I? It's embarrassing. Yeah, I think there's more than one as well. There's more than one, but Ola is one of them. He's the Arsenal fan. He actually is part of a very, very... He's actually got part of a very, very big Arsenal channel that's got like a couple 100,000 subs. So that guy is actually quite a big cheese, relatively, on YouTube. Who is your favorite child and why? My son. None of them are my favorite. My son. But none of them are my favorite, though. It's my son, but none of them are my favorite. It's my son. Because he's a boy. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have a favorite, but I definitely have my children that I like more and like less. And that's my honest answer. A Newcastle tattoo on your forehead or a Man U tattoo under your foot? The Man U tattoo under my foot. Because I could spin it like I'm stepping on them, I'm shitting on them. Joe, what's the topic? Just tuned in, Alex. Fuck all, mate. I have no idea where this is going. I stayed on longer than I was expecting as well. So 10 more subs away from 1.7k. We've nearly made it. My dream is almost coming true. Who is your favorite child and why? I don't have a favorite. I love all my children equally, boys, but I would say it's probably my son because he's the one that I've spent the most time with, because my older kids have gone to like boarding school. I was working a lot more at the time. So I've just spent a lot more time with my most recent child. Frankie going to get an Arsenal tap behind his bag. Yeah, right on my taint. I wish my son was a good kid. He just goes to jail for dumb shit. That's a shame, man. What did he go to jail for? That is a brilliant thing to say, Westy. I might just do that. There are no needles small enough to do that job. My ex was from Colombia and she was Christian. I used to sacrifice of her for Lent. I used to do a lot of bum stuff with her. Please, Lord, forgive me. You set that up beautifully. What a fucking layup. Lent is a 40-day Christian liturgical season of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving that begins today, Wednesday, the February 18th, 2026. Lent is not in the Bible. It's man-made. Yeah, because the Bible is not man-made. Come on, Khan. Come on. How you doing, Jackal? What's good, man? What is good? I've always been fond of the name Jackal. I don't know why. It just sounds cool. WMC has given up cribbage for Lent. Yikes. Yikes. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, I'm just getting a quick phone call. Hang on a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. He's been in and out of jail for stealing cars, stealing from stores on and off for like the last 30 years, just like my ex-wife. The kids from the second wife are a wee bit more civilized. Well, it sounds like the bar wasn't very high, but these things happen. You can be the best parent in the world, yeah, and your kids are still gonna fuck up. But actually, that's incorrect. That's a lie. But you can be a very good parent and your kids can still fuck up because you can't really control who they hang around with, and this is the problem, mate. Sometime I reflect on the dirty things I've done in the past. You live and you learn. We've all got down in the dirt every now and then. It makes us better people. I will give up on engaging in conflicts online and just pray for all my haters instead. That's a really nice thing to do, actually. Online beef is a waste of time. We can hear you scratching your balls, Frankie. That's why I took so long. I was trying to find them. Wow, Colombia, did you ever told her she must say to you, Papacito? Come on, be real. I mean, you've got to get them to throw the old pappy in there if you're with a Latina. I have never done so. I've never been with a Latina. I haven't struck that off the old bucket list yet. But your boy's got time. Your boy's got time. We'll see how things go. But all jokes aside, I'm out of the game, so I don't think that will be a land that I ever conquer. I was a good dad to all my kids, better than what I had. At least my dad was a World War II vet and would beat the shit out of me, but it made me tough. I had a very similar experience. My dad was in the IRA and he was an absolute cunt. And he was a murderer, which I revealed on my last stream. And not like he murdered people in the war. No, he was an actual murderer. I'll go into the details on that. One day, yeah, I'll get out his book, yeah, and I'll do like a live read along. He wasn't the most literate of individuals, but I'll give it a go. I will give it a crack. That will be a fun afternoon. I can give him his moment in the sunshine because I'm never gonna bother my ass to type it up and try and get it published because I've got better things to do with my time. But we can do like a live stream watch along of my father's memoirs. And I've only read like the first chapter. I will just do diss tracks instead. That's the mentality. There we go. Milo, who would your first diss track be for? Talk Fedala. How you doing, my bro? I do love a bit of Gaelic. It does sound very fairy-ish, though. Was his book actually... No, it's a private memoir. So it's the only thing I got from him after he died. He wasn't as broke as he made out. And all the money got taken by my older sister, my older half-sister, who... She took his shoes. She was based. Come out, ye black tan, and fight me like a man. Come out, ye black and tan, and fight me like a man. I'm definite that there's going to be some racist stuff in chapter 2. Can you elaborate on your dad? So basically, in the part of the chapter that I read, he was out in London one night and he got into an argument with somebody and he hit them with a hammer. Now, I'm going to say this, yeah. I don't know what he was doing with a hammer on him in the first place, but you have to be some insane motherfucker for that to be your choice of weapon going outside. Like, I would find a shank more civilized or a gun more civilized. The guy was walking around with a hammer in his jocks. That you have to be some level of demented to choose that as your weapon, because that is a horrible way to kill someone. But anyway, I stopped reading at that point because I felt a shudder in my spine. Because I'm very anti-murder. I'm generally a very upstanding individual. Okay, that's kind of a lie, but I'm definitely not murderous or psychotic. Black and tan was the Brit soldiers. I assume something else. That's a good song, Frank. You got to look into that, especially being a son of an IRA made man. The thing is, the guy had his demons in it, and I don't hate him or anything like that, but he definitely wasn't a good father. You're never satisfied, Westy. This is true. Long gone are the days when I used to get a full critique. I don't think your comments are being censored, James did, and I don't think so. Never leave the house without steel toes. Really? Is that like one of your survival tips? I don't know what was going through his head though to go out of his house wielding. I love the word wielding. It's just a word that I enjoy using, and I don't get to use it that often. What are you doing leaving the house wielding a hammer? You lunatic. And apparently it was just some rando. If you would murder some rando, there's something wrong with you. Are the sins of the father the sins of the son? Um, I think it would be the kind of would be the other way around, I guess. But no, it's like it is what it is. Is he still in jail for the hammer incident? No, he's dead. He got away with it. He never got caught. This was back in like the 1980s. I'm pretty sure DNA and all that shit didn't exist back then. But no, I think he did time in jail for various bits. He was like a raging alcoholic. Frankie, have you ever heard of EMDR therapy? It may benefit you. It changed my life. The thing is, yeah, I have a lot of trauma in my childhood that I will never talk about, but I've forgotten pretty much all of it. I've got one of those weird brains here where I blacked out like a lot of bad shit that happened to me when I was a kid. I don't really remember any of it. Of course, no matter how tough you are, steel toe sneaker to the knees or nuts, fight done. You don't even get your knuckles dirty. Really? And I've got a very brandishing is a nice word as well. Brandishing is on par with wielding is a bit more classy, but brandishing is nice as well. You get a certain like adrenaline injection when you say words like brandishing and wielded. I don't know, man. There's a certain satisfaction. So did your dad serve with the musical in free dairy? With musical in free dairy? I don't know what that means. I have no idea like what he did within the IRA or what his purpose was. He said he was a sniper, but everyone says they're a sniper. I met Chris Benoit's son at the supermarket with Memo. Really? Yeah, I feel very sorry for that cunt. Like genuinely, I was a big Chris Benoit fan as well. That was back in the day when I used to when watching wrestling was actually acceptable. You know, back in my teenage years. There's a lot of rumors going around that the guy was framed, but I'm not going to get into that. See, his demons were his drinking buddies told you. I still can't judge the guy. So like he used to get like very badly abused by like his father. He had a very bad relationship with his father. His father used to beat the actual shit out of him. What is the most important book behind Prince Happy? Behind what? How you doing, Adar? No, I don't want to listen to any songs right now, mate. Prince Harry was a sniper. I mean, of course he was. One of the safest things you can do, I would assume. How you doing, Well Black Betty? Why do you feel bad for him? Because he met Doug and Myla. Wow. What would Doug and yeah, by the way, what were Doug and Myla doing together? Doug is another guy that I reckon slings dick on YouTube. I reckon he's a DM slider. Myla, Google Prince Harry and Nasty. Why not? No, those aren't books behind me, you bellend. Those are games. My library's downstairs. The most important book I ever read in my life was Animal Farm. Animal Farm changed me because I read it when I was very young and it made me realize that books aren't just as they appear at face value, that there's an allegory, that you know, there are allegories behind certain stories. And that being able to connect a fictional world to the real world and have it told as eloquently as that, it sparked my love for reading. And obviously 1984 was I'm a big George Orwell fan. Like I enjoy his works. So I would say that George Orwell probably had the biggest impact on me. And I would say that Animal Farm is the first time I read it when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And I read a lot before then, but I never really loved reading. I wouldn't have considered it a passion. But have you been to the gym today or cheat day? I don't ever go to the gym, but I work out every day. And I've got on a sit-ups trip recently. So the last 3 weeks, I've been doing like 150. I started with 150 and now I do 200 sit-ups a day and I do chin-ups. I've abandoned doing I did push-ups for like 7 years, 8 years. I stopped doing it because I'm causing issues with like certain like my joints and stuff. So I've moved on to chin-ups instead. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Animal Farm is incredible. I wouldn't say it's not my favorite book of all time, but it's the one that probably changed the trajectory of my life more than any other work that I've read. And I'm actually trying to do like an Orwellian unit in for university. I'm trying to find a way of slotting it in there because I think it's something. But the problem is in this country, most most literary students would have already read Animal Farm in 1984 at secondary level. So it's very hard for me to, and it's not really a university level novella, you know. But yeah, Animal Farm is one of my favorites. My favorite book is Mein Kampf. I've never read it. I've heard it's a fascinating read though. The reason I've never read Mein Kampf is not because of the racist connotations or whatever. I don't really care about that. But I figure you'd want to read it in like its original German. Any reason you won't talk about any of your childhood trauma? I mean, I would. I had I can give you. I'll use gymnastic rings for push-ups and pull-ups if your joints have issues. I'll give. The only problem is, yeah, I do a lot of working out in my house. And I've basically, my house is basically filled with all my son's stuff. So I've got very limited space now for gym equipment. So I've got like a pull-up sort of like frame, and I've got a treadmill. So if I'm planning on buying a new house in the area. I want to have like a second house, and I'm thinking of just building a gym in there. This is not a therapy session, yeah? It's not a therapy session. What about your childhood highlights? My childhood was mostly difficult, man. My mother had bipolar, so she would get sectioned like 6 months out of every year. So I spent a lot of time in like foster care, a lot of time in care homes. My family and I were left alone in a house. Like I was 8, my brother was 7, my sister was 6. We were left alone in a house together for 6 months. So for 3 months after they sectioned my mother, because nobody fought to come and get us. So we slipped through the cracks and we were literally just at home. So we would go to school as normal. That's how we would eat. But it taught me a very valuable lesson. But top 5 young Frankie moments. I don't know, man. It would be stuff like going to we used to go to Butlins quite a lot because we were broke. And we used to go and have a hell of a time there. We were still like a really close family. So like the top 5 moments it was mostly like school stuff and just stuff I would do with friends. I had a good time when I was younger. I was always an optimistic soul. Most writers don't know how to finish a story strong, so I read fan fiction, mainly graphic ones. So you're into that kind of stuff, are you? That kinky shit. Gymnastics ring takes 0 space. So how'd you do it? Yes, I also enjoy gymnastics. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You are a bowling ball. How dare you claim to be gymnastic in any way, shape, or although you could be like that guy from Old School, you know, the rotund cunt. You can do like he's very gymnastic, athletic. Sorry to pry. No, it's all good, man. I don't mind talking about it. I'm an open book because I carry no shame about my past whatsoever. It made me the man that I am today, for better or worse. We should start a GTA gang or a new COD clan. People have been asking about doing gaming streams in here for ages. We were gonna start a UFC thing. It wasn't even a UFC thing. It was a FIFA. A lot of the boys were playing FIFA, but it's hard to get the time. Remember Jack Black's School of Rock? That was a good movie. I saw the live stage performance as well, which was also quite good. He's the yoga ball. No one else is allowed to insult Chedhead, only me. Because Chedhead is my boy. But yeah, School of Rock was a good movie. We are 2 likes away from 40 likes now. It's been a while since I've hit 40 likes. So if any of you forgot to smash that like button, do your boy a favor and do so. And just as a polite reminder, if you haven't subscribed, we are 10 subscribers away from 1.7K, which would be a nice milestone to hit. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a father's fist. Yeah, but stuff like that hasn't been addressed. Like, why do Mickey and Minnie Mouse have the same last name but aren't married? Brilliant. So it's a profound question. Nah, stage performance is LGB. I love how you just skipping out queer in that one. LGBTQT. So did Khabib and his wife Myla. Exactly. It didn't stop them. They could have been brother and sister. I don't think this is as deep as you think it is, Myla. Anyway, guys, it's getting up to 11:30. I'm traveling to London first thing in the morning. Is there anyone online right now that is worth giving some love to? Seeing as we've got 27 people in here. I mean, it's been a hell of a turnout tonight. Shout out to all of you for sticking by your boy. Let me have a quick look. I want to watch a little bit of Arsenal fan TV crashing out because I know they're going to be fucking fuming. I haven't seen any of the only one I can see. I'm still subscribed to Pick'em MMA. Really, I never watched that guy. Hearing about your past, clued me in on why you and I get along so well. A lot of similarities. I'm looking forward to getting into it. I didn't know that about you, but it is weird how we all sort of, we all sort of gravitate towards each other. Betty, go live. Go live, Betty. I love you too, Otis, man. I really do. Have a good night. Pork Chop. Thanks for turning up as always, you fucking legend. Pork Chop, I hope you would be interested in coming on a panel at some point. Because I think it would be a nice gateway for you to get into live streaming. Just a thought. Maybe on a Sunday coming up, you can jump on the panel. Because I want to get new guests on and just mix things up, And I'm handing out I'm handing that out to any of you. If any of you feel like you want to jump online and jump on a panel and just shoot some shit, this could be the place to do it. I've been talking about doing it for a while, just doing an open panel, and I think it could be at the very least interesting, Anyway, guys, much love to all of you. Before I head off, is there anyone who's online right now, a channel that you enjoy that is live that you want to promote right now? Is there anyone you can suggest? Never too old, Anderson. I still wrestle and I'm 60. I'm almost 60. You may just be sore from being new. It takes time to get into anything. It's like with me with the sit-ups here. I'd never done sit-ups really ever in my life. First couple of days were hard. But now I'm banging them out of ease and I've got to start up in the reps already because my body's adjusting, And I'm I'm not in my prime. Just don't take any excuses and just Betty, go. Betty is hilarious. It is fucking ridiculous that I haven't had Cheddarhead and I haven't had Betty as panel guests. I keep asking them, but they keep rejecting your boy. Mexican Marty. Who's Mexican Marty? Mexican Marty MMA. Hang on a second. Mexican. Is this a real thing? Mexican Marty MMA. Oh, mix. Oh, you mean do you mean Mexican martial arts? I'm not subscribed to him either. He's only got 54 people in there. And his channel's huge as well. That's kind of crazy, man. Fuck it, give the guy a raid and shout your boy. Jesse is live. I'm not subscribed to Jesse. I don't like I didn't really like the content of Mexican mixed martial arts that I've come across, but I haven't really seen that much of it, so I don't know. But Westy seems to not be a fan, so how do you think from the age of 14 I grew up in really? Watch out for the don't worry, I'm gonna be in the bougie parts of London, Anders, although I'm probably tempting fate now. I don't hang around in the slums. Your boy has class. Yeah, he took a break and lost his audience. It sucks when that happens. Even massive channels like that, once you stay away from a little bit of time, it's fucked. Myla, do you ever go live as well? Myla, you know what? Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say this. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually subscribed to you. And I'm sure you do some kind of content. I might be though. Let me just check. I've just opened up my own channel so I can click on your link. Hang on. I am now subscribed to you. Sorry about that. I should have been subscribed to you. Someone go live for fuck's sake. Let's not waste this wonderful opportunity with 27 real life humans in here. Because your boy's about to leave, watch some Arsenal fan TV and eat Cheerios before I go to bed. I'm going to give it one more minute and then I'm fucking off. So we've hit a nice 2 hours now. I'll send you a 3D printed gun for your lunch. Yeah, you want to get me killed, yeah? EBT MMA should go live. Do you mean Pib? Are those the same people? I'm having withdrawal symptoms, but someone fucking go live. I take everything down for security purposes. All right, fair enough. But do you go on camera? You seen that nerd Nuruddin guy get slapped and elbowed? Who's Nuruddin? Damn, Frankie, just say, unfortunately, I can't. I have to. I'm going to London first thing in the morning, and I'm gonna get. I'm probably gonna be carrying my son for like 3 hours because he usually walks for the first half an hour, and then he makes me carry him on his shoulders. Now that doesn't sound like much here. He's only 5 year, but he's almost as tall as me here, and 3 hours is a long time. Dad, please pay the child support. No. Leave me alone. I'm too Scottish to stream. I need a translator. Bro, Jock gets away with it. You don't know how many people would enjoy that. The Scottish accent is incredible. And the things that you guys come out with. EBT is Melson. I thought so. I mixed that up. So did Pip used to have a... You know what? I'm not going to get into this because I'll be here all night. Gaz, I'll translate. You probably sound like my mom. Oh, you do go on camera. I didn't realize that. I guess I'll check out your next live stream. Because I did not realize I was not subscribed to you. And I'm like, how comes I never get Milo fucking notifications? Because you're not subscribed, dumbass. That'll be the answer. Anyway, guys. Milo doesn't go live as often as she should. Vinny's live. No one cares. No one cares. I've got no desire to watch somebody stuff their face with jalapenos or habaneros or whatever the fuck it is and just talk absolute bollocks. All right, guys. When you can just come here and watch somebody chat bollocks without the habaneros. Anyway, guys, I'm genuinely going this time. Much love to all of you. I'll be back on Friday. 100%. I won't be back tomorrow because I'll probably get back from London late. But the longest I've ever gone live is 10 hours. And I spent 6 of it flambasting Mr. Giuliano. W stream. This has been a good one. I've had a fun one. This is why I don't go on every day because I outstay my welcome. You don't want to be around this too much. Anyway, guys, thank you, Myla. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. We've almost got, it's not really a trip. It's like a 45-minute train journey, but I appreciate it. Betty, you need to come on my channel sometime. 100%. And I need to get that DM information. So make sure you hit me up on Twitter if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on Friday. So I'll do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In a bit, fuckers. I'll see y'all.